there's a whole big conversation that could be had about what Indian people's idea of signing a treaty and agreeing to live on a reservation is, what a reservation meant to the Indian people and what it meant to the United States government. The treaty language is pretty clear in saying a permanent home for you. And in the Indian people's minds, it was a place where we will be safe, we won't be attacked, and we can maintain ourselves as ourselves. But in the government's minds, it was pretty much as we've been talking about, prison camp atmosphere. It was a forced labor camp, a place to break the Indians of all their former habits and become farming peoples, English-speaking, and eventually citizens of the United States, just blending into the melting pot. And then they would gain citizenship and not be wards of the government any longer and not be a burden on the government. And so, like with the large coaster Siletz reservation being established in 1855, it was meant to house all of the tribes of Western Oregon. And it would have done a very good job of doing that. But pretty quickly, people wanted pieces of it. So Yaquina Bay was from basically just north of Yaquina Head down to the Alsea River was taken, 200,000 acres in 1865. And then from Cape Lookout down to Cascade Head and the whole remainder south of the Alsea River in 1875. And a big motivating factor for that was if we can get the Indians onto a smaller piece of property where they can't hunt and fish and carry on a traditional lifestyle, then they'll have to learn to farm. They'll have to, and they can be in a more controllable state if they're not so scattered out around the country. So there was a lot of different antics that were used to get at Indian land, and a lot of it is flat out wrong and illegal in violation of treaties. Everybody talks about the Coast Treaty, but it really didn't have anything specific to do with the establishment of the reservation by executive order, because the plan for that was sent back to Washington, D.C. in April of 1855, and it said for the Coast, Willamette, and Umpqua tribes, and at that time they were still planning on maintaining the Table Rock Temporary Reservation in the Rogue Valley. So at that point, they were just talking about all the tribes in Western Oregon except the Rogue Valley tribes being on the Coast Reservation. The Willamette and Umpqua tribes already had treaties that were ratified, and they were receiving provisions under those treaties. And those treaties said that they will have the right to remain within their ceded area until the President of the United States selects a permanent reservation. So when that executive order was signed in 1855, that fully established the reservation, whether the government recognized what they were doing or not.
Apparently they didn't.
And all the coastal people should have been protected under that status.
Thank God for your casinos. It's about time, right?
And we appreciate your support. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank our speakers, Robert, John, Patty, Carolyn, and Keith, and it's a great honor to have you all come to educate and help our understanding of our local area. So thank you very, very much. And we're going to conclude with Doc Slyter playing one more piece.
I'm going to play a song. It's a song that I've written, and Robert's probably not going to like this because it's called the Three Rivers Song, and it's for the Siuslaw Indians. Forgive me, Robert.